Hello, my dear things. Happy Friday. I hope everyone has had a fabulous week and are ready for the weekend, I should say. I know American Psycho isn't a new movie, but I haven't been able to completely finish the film. It's taken me many years to even find the movie to give it another shot. Now that I have, it's confession time. I found the movie boring as hell and slightly confusing. Although I did have a few laughs where I probably shouldn't have, but thanks to memes, I couldn't help it. During the business card war with Patrick and his colleagues, I just saw Pokemon cards being used. Instead, it just made me laugh because of the meme that people created where they swapped the business cards for Pokemon cards, and it just was perfect. I also found it hilarious that Tom Cruise inspired Christian Bale for the portrayal of Patrick Bateman. I could actually envision it while watching the movie, and it made it comical. I mean, picturing Tom Cruise instead of Christian Bale was just priceless. I understand Bateman is a businessman who is well off. He can pretty much have whatever he wants. However, it seems like he's trying to be someone he isn't. His boss, Paul Newman, can get into restaurants that are incredibly difficult, which Bateman also claims he can do, but he never actually follows through with it. He lies about it instead. As the film progresses, we learn that he has murderous intentions that he isn't doing too well controlling. Throughout the movie, the viewer thinks he's murdering tons of people, but at the end, we learn that he may not have killed anyone and it was all in his head. This perspective of seeing the lead go through various events only to learn none of them happened is honestly nothing new. I do wonder if this was the start of this concept or if it was a concept that was replicated from another movie. It's not a bad concept. It just depends on how it's executed. It can leave the viewer wanting more or clarifications. I would have liked some concrete evidence that he didn't harm anyone, like besides his lawyer explaining he met Paul in London, so there was no way that Patrick killed him. It also seemed like Patrick Bateman wasn't even his real name. Because if I remember correctly, someone called him something else, and I believe it was his lawyer. He used a different name entirely, which made it even more confusing for me. I know it's a cult classic, and there are many fans of this movie. Hell, my favorite band made a song about it. Iceland Kills. If anybody is interested, go look that up. Their song. I will actually leave the link in the description. The movie just wasn't my taste. I typically shut it off when he kills the homeless man and his dog. It just really bothers me. I don't like seeing animals die in movies, and homeless people I don't think deserve to be murdered. Many of them ended up there through various events that we don't know about. I mean, obviously we're not going to sit there and talk to them. Most people just ignore them. Or they get violently aggressive towards them. Some are mentally ill and took to the streets because there aren't as many hospitals to help them today. Others are veterans who were tossed aside by society and again can't get the assistance they need. Some people lost their jobs and couldn't find another one that would pay enough to keep a roof over their heads or their families' heads. It's easy to blame them for their outcome, but any one of us could honestly easily end up there. Times are tough. Companies don't pay enough. Health costs are through the roof. My chemo medications costed over $20,000 per dose for some of my drugs. I was lucky to live in a state where we have state-run health coverage. I've heard so many others who aren't as lucky and can't afford the treatments and blow through their entire retirement and savings just to stay alive, or help their family member stay alive. And so imagine if you ran out of everything, your life savings, your entire retirement plan. Everything is gone. You're alive, sure, but now you have no money to pay your bills. So what's going to happen to you? Each situation is different, and unfortunately we blame the victims of a corrupt system. And the system is to blame, in my honest opinion. Our system only helps the rich and big business. It doesn't help anybody else, and I don't care what side of the politics you're on, it just doesn't matter. It's all corrupt. And it's not helping any of us. I mean, look at the inflation costs. And has anybody talked about it? No. Our politicians don't care. they don't care about what's happening to us. They don't care that we're struggling. They don't care about us at all. They have never cared about us. All they care about is their buddies and big business and their own pockets. They could care less about us. They just see us as dollar bills. And it's sad. But enough of the doom and gloom in politics. I try not to get involved at all. For those that enjoyed this film, what did you like most about it? What were your favorite parts? If it's not your favorite movie, what didn't you like about it? Let me know in the comments. Later tonight, I'll be sharing some information about the Poltergeist film, the original, not the remake. Although I might share my thoughts on it. I don't know yet. Next week, I'll be discussing possessions and demons, which might be longer than just next week because I'm going to be delving into other cultural beliefs surrounding demons and possession, so it may actually take a little longer. If you don't want to miss that, click the bell icon to never miss a video. If you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did despite the depressing turn it took and politics, click the like and hopefully subscribe to join the Fang family. It's incredible. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you tonight.